Alright. Alright, sorry about that. Had a little technical difficulty. But we are back. Oh, I need to start my timer again. All right. Yeah, we are back. Well, thank you to those that are stuck around. I know it was a little bit longer than I had expected. Well, I didn't expect to crash like that either. So hopefully won't have that issue, and we'll get to move on. We're gonna do some Honkai Star Rail. There we go. All right, let's go. Any material? No, trace material. Pick my buddy's Firefly since it's E6.
Cooperate with me like you did before.
Yeah.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Yeah.
Let's improvise.
I am broadcasting.
Let the show begin.
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
All will be swept away by the wind.
Fight to land!
Let the show begin.
Set the seas ablaze!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Oh.
Fight to land! Set the seas ablaze!
Let the show begin.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Fight to land!
Oh,
Eternal.
finally dropped it down.
Set the seas ablaze! Fight to land! Set the seas ablaze!
Let the show begin. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Dreams do come true.
Mike's life, it's time to go. From
Deadly.
darkness till the show.
Yeah, I had a computer issue.
Last and track,
So it kind of crashed. Well, I ended up causing it because I leaned over to scratch my foot, and when I stretched my leg out, I kicked a cord out of the back of my computer, and I couldn't figure out that was the reason, and I couldn't figure out where it went to. So it took a minute, but I'm back. Yeah, I know. I was kind of disappointed because I was like, oh, 'cause I was right in the middle of questing in Genshin, but I figured coming back, I was like we'll just go something else, and I may not stop at midnight either. I'm kind of hoping somebody stops in and wants to play Phasmo.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Kind of play Phasmo for a few hours, do some ghost hunting. Yeah.
Let the show begin. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
existence is unity.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Set the seas aflame! Fight to live! Set the seas aflame!
Let the show begin. Dreams do come true.
Fight to live!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch
So
out.
how's your day been?
Let the show begin.
Well, how well did you sleep, I guess, is what I should probably ask. Little. So for
Let's improvise.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Until everything burns to ashes!
yeah, my check-ins are gonna be so screwed for today. Is anyone else that comes back in is gonna auto check them in?
Let the show begin.
I'm gonna have to compare the two for today when I do my thank yous, and I gotta get that all nice and typed out too.
It's on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Let the show begin.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Let the show begin.
So how does the Fortnite version work? Is there an NPC that haunts you or something?
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Dreams do come true.
Attack!
Let the show begin.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
I'd be kind of curious to watch the Fortnite version of it just to see how it is, because
All will be swept away by the wind.
that would be interesting for Fortnite.
Let the show begin.
The same. So you have to go into the room, find which room that they're in to haunt.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Fight to live!
Skyward, yes, face cam for the weekend. And I'm probably actually going to add face cam at least once a week, maybe twice a week. Because I don't want to quite 100% give up my V2 model, because, you know, I like it. But I'll probably play certain games with the face cam. Like
Show begin.
if I play like Phasmophobia or Demonologist, I'll probably do it on a face cam. That way, you know, y'all can see the reactions of when it
All
scares
will
the
be
shit out of
swept
me.
away by the wind.
Because, you know, it's kind of hard to see those reactions on the V2 model.
Bust.
And then other games, you know, I'll probably play the V2 model on and,
Watch your head.
you know,
Set the scene ablaze!
kind of break it up a bit. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I gotta watch that little. I don't think I've actually seen anyone ever play that. I've seen the racing. I've seen the Lego. I've seen something that looked like The Sims, and like a DBD. Those are the four that that's the four ones I've only seen. I know there's more than that, but those are the only four that I've seen.
Let the show begin. Dreams do come true.
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the
I got my chicken nuggets.
Let the show begin.
All will be swept away by the wind.
fight to live! Set the seas ablaze!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Let the show begin.
Fight to live!
Let's improvise.
Existence is unity.
It's on me.
Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
But yeah, so how you doing, Skyward?
Let the show begin.
You been having a great weekend?
All will be swept away by the wind.
Set the seas ablaze! Fight
Supposed to kill some on TikTok. Do I need to do Divergent, or have I already done that for the week? I don't know if I've done a Divergent Universe for the week. Yes, I did. I did. But that one. Oh, before my stream crashed on Genshin, I had my 5 regular pulls, and on my 5th pull, I got another Kaching. So I have a C2 Kaching. I wanted to look at something. There we go. I have 8. I know. Kind of happy about that. Let me just do 4 of these real quick. Do 4 because once my character comes out, I want to make sure I have all 8 of them so I can try to get some more planulars for her.
Feeling lucky.
Shit, everyone else.
Firefly Type 4. Activate.
Do we still have the upper hand?
Goodbye.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Bust.
Yeah, it's actually kind of shocking. I was getting close on the general banner anyway,
Net markers active.
but
Time for
I still
good
thought I was about a good 20 pulls off, so
I weep for the departed.
it came a little early for the general banner. It could be me.
Watch your head.
Let me pull mine up.
set to the seas of flame!
I may not have connected stuff back right.
Destined for oblivion.
Fight to live! Set to the seas of flame!
Okay, no.
I weep for the departed.
I'm about a 3-second delay.
It too shall fall.
Had to make sure I started to get a little worried. I was like, oh no. Attack. That's actually not a bad one to keep.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All
I keep forgetting to put that.
For a good old counterattack!
I weep for
I keep
the
forgetting to put that
departed.
mature filter in.
It too shall fall.
no dirty. Watch your head.
On the still waters of oblivion. Again.
Set to the seas of
Oh. But yeah, I need to find some game companies
I weep for the
that
departed.
will give me some game codes to hand out for Christmas.
It too shall fall. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to that one because that's nice. Yeah, I was telling my wife about the idea about getting a Santa outfit and doing Santa streams for during December. And she kind of liked the idea.
To ashes!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Yeah, cause I told her I was like it'd be cool. It's like during the days and whatnot,
I weep for the departed.
I can kind of play or whatnot. And I can kind of have like I did with the interview screen. Like I can pop up kind of like a North Pole type thing, and I could chat with people either in chat or via Discord.
Still waters of oblivion.
You know, I can be the mall Santa, Twitch Santa.
Set the seas ablaze!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. It too shall fall.
I think I could do that. That would be kind of fun. I think it would be. I'm going to give it a shot. If I can find a good or a decent outfit, I'm going to do it.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
It's just if I can find a decent one. That's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. I'm not going to spend $1,500 on a freaking Santa suit, but if I can find a decent one for like $200 or $300, I may try to work for it and and get it if I get it in time. And then
For oblivion.
do that every year. Like the first 2 weeks of December. We come chat with Santa.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. It too shall fall.
I still cannot get her a. Ooh, what the hell is that? HP attack, crit damage. You know what? We're gonna hold on to. No, that's fire. All right, we're down to 4.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
All right, so I need to go. Yeah, go to my pure fiction because one of those probably has to be going down. It's going down.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
All right, 28 days. 28 days, and when does this one reset? In 7 days? Alright, well, I'll hold off then. Now I can cap that out. What else we got? Wrong button. Oh, and Deadly. If I don't see Gunners by Tuesday, can you let him know that I got the stuff for the pie in the face? And I will be doing that either Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever the next time y'all are on at the same time. I'm sure I'll probably see him before then, but I'm not going to stream tomorrow because I'm going to be doing my birthday stuff tomorrow since I didn't do it today. Then I'll pick up with the rest of the subathon on Tuesday, and probably Wednesday finishing it up unless people keep subscribing and throwing biddies. Then we'll just keep going until the time runs out. All right, so let's do companion mission then. Have I not done that? Yeah, I figure he's asleep. Because he was lurking in my stream until I crashed.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
Ever since March started learning swordplay from Yenqing and Yunli, her voice has been absent on the Express. I wonder how well she's progressing. Where has she been these days?
Who's March 7th? Hold on, I gotta read that. It's like, have you seen March 7th? She didn't turn up for breakfast. March 7th. I never heard anybody named March 7th. Like helping her skip class, eh? Your friendship must be pretty solid. How about you take her spot in training? Oh, I can't find March 7th, and I can only seek out her legal guardian, which is you. Too many names, can't remember. I feel you there. Talk about my childish behavior. I'm no narc. All right.
Ah, there you are. I was looking around before you got here. I already looked everywhere, but March 7th is nowhere to be found.
Oh, I wish it would have given me another option. Be like, who's March 7th?
Forget it. Let's just assume she successfully skipped class. Actually, she's been quite diligent in her swordplay practice and hasn't taken many breaks lately. I think she deserves a day off. Besides, I used to skip classes even more than her back when I was still learning. If I was in the mood, I could train for 3 days straight. But if I wasn't in the mood, none of my seniors could find me. So, I can understand where she's coming from. Don't make excuses for her. Since you're here, let me treat you to some tasty food. I'm more interested in you today. Let's walk and talk.
No. She just let's walk and talk, and she takes off running.
Lingsha told me there's tasty food
This
in
is not
Pearl
walking.
Valley. Let's go there.
Dumplings and steamed buns. The buns are huge.
A table for two, please.
All right, come on in. What would you like?
Well, we'll have one of everything on the menu.
The entire menu?
Do you think it'll be enough? Don't worry, I've got enough money with me.
Well, then I'll start making a few dishes, and if you need more, just let me know.
Thank you. Well, to be more precise, I'm interested in your sword. Yanqing mentioned you before. He said that you're not to be underestimated, and that your weapon has a unique shape. So, I've always been curious about your sword. How the weight is distributed, what material it's made of, whether it contains any special ingenia, and what kind of sword techniques you use.
He does have a sword. Well, I guess it's a lance.
So, it really is a baseball bat. Grandpa said that a sword doesn't have to be constrained by its shape. So, in a sense, your bat is a sword too. He also said that a weapon mimics its master. So, your bat actually reflects your habits in nature, you know?
Right, swing for the
Let me
fences.
guess. You're someone who doesn't follow the rules, enjoys improvising, and can handle yourself well against tough foes. Am I right?
You nailed it. Like, have you been secretly filming me?
Amazing, right? And I bet you always say something silly like, rules are made to be broken. I've come across so many sword wielders who acted all righteous and moral, but were really just liars. Their swords always told the truth, though. They told me that their wielders were just a bunch of frauds who relied on their divine weapons for everything. I've hunted down hundreds of swords like this so far, and every single one of them has been melted down. Yes, but only for those who cross the line. Melting their swords is my way of protecting those weapons. But just looking at a sword is not enough. Grandpa always says, words and expressions can be deceiving, but in a fight to the death, a sword's movements never lie. The war dance is just around the corner. You'll be participating, right?
Miss Yoon Lee, for talented sword masters like you, the war dance is a perfect opportunity to show off your skills and make a name for yourself. But for people like him, who have already made significant contributions to the Xianzhou, they maybe don't need to prove themselves on the war dance stage. It has been a while, Mr. Nameless.
And
Who are you?
you are?
Oh, madam, right?
Thank you for your introduction, Mr. Nameless. I'm Shi Kuei, and I work in the Palace of Astrum as the secretary for the Hellmaster. I apologize for interrupting your conversation. I happened to hear you discussing the war dance. And since this person is an old acquaintance, I thought I'd come and say hello. Yes, with the war dance approaching, many guests from afar are pouring in. Mr. Pavo here is one of them. He's from the distant planet Kalevala. Mr. Pavo's planet recently joined the Pan-Cosmic Trade System. He brought his delegation here this time, not only for business, but also to return something that belongs to the Xianzhou.
Miss Shikwe, the word gift is perhaps more fitting than return. While it did once belong to the Xianzhou, we faced many tribulations to be able to deliver it here, so it should be considered a gift.
I apologize for my poor choice of words.
Still returning.
Mr. Pavo's delegation brought a legendary Xianzhou sword that had been lost for centuries. General Huayan plans to personally thank them at the Palace of Astrum and present the sword as a prize to the champion of the war dance. Mr. Pavo and I were actually on our way there. Since you two were talking so enthusiastically about the war dance, maybe you'd be interested in joining us at the Palace of Astrum?
Nice to meet you both. The journey to the Xianzhou Laofu wasn't an easy one, but the scenery here is worth it. It's completely different from my homeland. Once the formalities at the Palace of Astrum are finished, I'll find a quiet spot on this street and plant a seedling. And then my mission will be complete. The Sword of Heroes will finally be returned to its rightful owners. I couldn't be happier. Oh, you're interested in my home planet? That's great. Your Excellency is welcome to visit us at any time. Even though the trade route just opened, it still might take around 200 system hours to get there from Pier Point. But our planet is really great. Sure, it's a bit cold and the food is a bit repetitive and our houses aren't as fancy as those on Pier Point, but that doesn't matter. We've discovered massive supernium deposits, and we're on the path to prosperity. Oh, you mean the Mieka Kivesa? It's an incredible sword. That weapon helped the legendary heroes of my homeland slay demons. That is highly revered. It also has the power to choose monarchs. All the ancient kings of Kalevala received a sign from the sword, showing they were worthy to rule the land. According to tradition, each monarch would plunge the sword into a stone, and only a hero recognized by the sword could pull it out and ascend to the throne next. Well, those are just legends from the past. No one today has witnessed it firsthand.
Oh, that was a Monty Python reference. No.
Oh, you mean the Mieka Kivesa also has the power to choose according to tradition. Well, those are just legends from the past. No one today has witnessed it firsthand.
I was hoping for a Monty Python joke.
Well, times have changed, and now that we have a council in place, the idea of a sword crowning a king has become a joke. Besides, it wasn't a native of Kalevala who last pulled out the sword and recognized its connection to the Xianzhou ship. It was a visitor from afar. While the sword holds great historical significance for Kalevala, it doesn't truly belong to our world. The old-timers on council had a heated debate about whether to return the sword. They eventually unanimously agreed to let the Mieka Kivesa return to where it truly belongs. That's the best possible outcome. Wonderful. It's an honor to have so many people witness the sword's homecoming.
Let's head to the Palace of Astrum together. Hmm? I know, right? Thanks to March 7th skipping class, we get to join in on the fun. Grandpa always asks me to go look at swords with him, but he hasn't said anything about this one. It's really weird. But now that we're invited, let's go and check it out.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
There you are. Come on, let's go to the ceremony together.
Please
Please allow me to offer a sincere compliment, my fair lady. Your beauty is as pure as a snow-white iris. Well, if it isn't my dear friend, glad to meet you again.
Who is this weirdo? Who is this knight?
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kivesa back to the Cienjo. May I have the honor of knowing your name?
My name is Yun Li.
What a beautiful name. I wonder if you have ever heard the holy name of the pure and flawless goddess Adrilla.
Oh, you're here, Yun Li. Didn't expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that you're here, don't forget your manners.
Manners. Come on. You won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as me.
Well, just remember this is a very serious ceremony. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo. Now, let the sword gifting ceremony begin.
Before the ceremony officially commences, I want to express my gratitude to the Knight Argenti. Thank you for enlightening us about the sword's origin, and for escorting it here safely so that we may complete this ceremony. On behalf of the Kalevalan delegation, I, Pavel Kalistaya, am here to return the legendary Mieka Kivesa to the Cienjo Alliance, its rightful homeland.
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword, and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Cienjo Lafu, I officially welcome the sword back to its homeland. Mieka Kivesa. It's a fitting name for a sword with such a legendary past. I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged. Guyin. It was forged by Hangguang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's Pyrojaya Forge.
Wait. Hangguang?
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the Cienjo Cloud Knights. All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory. I've decided to entrust this sword, Guyin, to the Lawfu Artisanship Commission for restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Lawfu War Dance. This sword will be wielded against abominations to protect our homeland and live up to the mission of the Kalevalan delegation that returned it from so far away.
Thank you, General. It is an honor for Kalevala.
Now, esteemed knight and delegation members, please head to the Artisanship Commission, where...
No! This sword was forged by Hangguang.
Yun Li! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's last work. Where are your manners?
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father. Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Grandpa, give me that cursed sword right now! I'll melt away the remnants of that man's curse once and for all!
Don't be rude, Yun Li. Apologize to our esteemed guests from afar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making a scene. But I have to melt down this cursed sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands.
Well, I guess you better win the war dance.
Yun Li, please, go for now. is exactly why I didn't want Yun Li to know about this. I didn't want to create trouble, but trouble found its way here anyway. Perhaps it really is divine intervention. Could you, please, keep an eye on Yun Li for me? That is a tall order, but I'm counting on you. I apologize for the unfortunate interruption. Let us move on with the ceremony.
Unless I'm mistaken, Yun Li should be around here somewhere.
Nothing in this report makes sense.
She's all right with it. She's gonna find some semi-permanent hair dye. But she's fine with it. I just have to get her the exact colors that I want. Oh, I don't know if you saw. I don't think you saw it yesterday. What she got me for my birthday. Pop this up so I can actually. Like a. It's an LED. Thing that I can put up behind my chair here. Yeah, I can kind of put it like somewhere over here above me, and I can actually probably zoom out my camera a little bit. Or when I get my green screen, I can hang it down in front of the green screen or something like that. So it's floating above my head.
Stop watching me and say something. Did Grandpa send you to look for me? I bet he did. Really? Thank you. Just so you know, I'm here just waiting.
But yeah, that was cool. That was a surprise. I didn't think she would get me anything because I didn't really ask for anything either.
I'll melt it down before anyone can react. Don't even think about stopping me. No one can stop me. Grandpa sent you here. Surely he doesn't want you to help me. Have you heard of cursed swords? That sword is one. You've clearly heard a lot of folk tales. But that's not the kind of cursed sword I'm talking about. A cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wield it with insane skill. Just by holding the hilt, Even the weakest rookie can brandish it with incredible speed and strength.
How is that cursed?
I'm not joking around. And I'm not making up some crazy story. While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder, it comes at a cost. It's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood and essence. Day by day, the fuel will run out, leaving nothing but an empty husk. Soon enough, it will no longer be a person wielding a sword, but a mindless, killing machine, consumed by bloodlust and murderous thoughts. I wonder if you've ever heard of a creature called a heliobus. It loves to feed on human emotions and memories, and excels at manipulating its hosts. There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with heliobi, as he was obsessed with turning weapons into living things. And this is how cursed swords were made. I know, I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I've thought this through. If I don't make a fuss now, that cursed sword will cause a whole lot more trouble. So it's better if it's me causing the trouble. By the way, aren't they supposed to be taking the sword to the Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet? Any ideas? Looks like they're not going to show up here. I'll just head straight to the Artisanship Commission. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands. I'll track down every single sword he forged and melt them down one after another. Just like I've been doing all these years. I have to go now.
Is she planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword?
3 hours later.
Squishy!
I'm all out of time cards.
The Artisanship Commission is so big. Where could she be?
How you doing, Squishy?
Just a while ago, a girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions. She said she's a member of the Artisanship Commission. Do you know her?
No idea who she is. If she really works here, how can she not know her way around?
Yeah, she wasn't big at all. But that weapon of hers was pretty intimidating.
She was in a hurry,
It's so
heading
nice.
straight for the Artisanship Commission.
I got some
and I didn't want to ask too many
chicken
questions.
nuggets.
She said something like, I'm a member of
They're
the
almost like
Artisanship
McDonald's
Commission.
chicken nuggets. They're
Where
awesome.
do you keep your precious stuff? I got scared and pointed her toward Master Gongshu's warehouse, where he stores his arumatons.
Wait, why did you give her directions? What if she's planning to steal something?
Where else? Like I said, she was headed straight for the warehouse, where all the valuable arumatons are.
Yeah, that place is filled with Master Gongshu's precious arumatons. I bet they'll give her a
I
hard
mean,
time.
they are pretty spot on for like a McDonald's chicken nugget, and they're cheaper. I can get like 50 nuggets for the price of 20. Alright, so how do I get over there?
Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let's improvise.
Fight to live! Some value, I suppose. This is more than a battle. Set the seas ablaze!
It's on me.
Attack detected! Fight to live! This is more than a battle. Set the seas ablaze!
Take your positions.
There's more to life.
Hedge your bets.
Definitely a good reason to save. I don't know if I want to talk to the odd child. Oh yeah, the Kevlar jackets aren't cheap. How the hell am I supposed to get over there? Oh, okay, there we go.
What are you doing here? Look, if I get into trouble, it's my problem. I don't want to drag you into it. Fine. Let's smash these metal cans first. Then we can talk.
Target sighted. All units on alert. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Take your positions.
There's
The
more
mood
to
is
life.
set. Let the show begin!
Existence is unity. Every petal in life, all will be swept away by the wind.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Sure, I'll play along.
Set the seas ablaze!
Still the same one.
All in.
Fight to live!
I hit the mark.
Firefly set the seas ablaze! That was the last of them. Thank you for helping me out. This place is heavily guarded, but there's nothing but arumatons. Where is the arsenal? Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal is. At this rate, we won't find anything. And Grandpa might take me away before I can do anything. You're not really here to help me. You're here to stop me, right? No. It's not. Grandpa made a promise to the delegation, and going back on his word would tarnish his reputation and make things difficult for the Lofu. But leaving that cursed sword here will also make things difficult for the Lofu. So all things considered, the best outcome is for me to melt that sword down and take all the blame. You probably think I'm being impulsive and unreasonable, right? No, really. Do I come across that way? Well, I guess I can't deny it. Seems like you've met a lot of people who don't tell you the whole story. Look. I owe you an explanation. But this isn't the best place to talk. We need to find somewhere else. Let me be clear, though. I'm still pretty riled up. This is just a temporary break. I already told you about Guyan. The sword that was returned during the ceremony. It's a cursed sword, with a heliobus inside. And Hongguang, the swordsmith who forged it, is my father. I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, I've been avoiding having to talk about him. But as long as my mission to hunt down cursed swords continues, it's impossible to avoid the topic forever. For some reason, I feel like I can open up to you. Honestly, I don't remember much about him. All I know is that the Pyrogyre Forge used to be a bustling place, with people from all over coming to get one of his swords.
Is that blade sword?
They called him the greatest master craftsman since Yingxing. I didn't catch all the details, but I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smiles on their faces.
That's right. And as you have
I used to believe that craftsmen brought happiness to others.
random radiation.
The swords crafted by the Pyrogyre Forge are famed across the stars. They possess exceptional sharpness and invincibility. With these legendary weapons, even ordinary people can become skilled warriors, capable of overcoming the most formidable opponents. But then, he became
It has not squishy.
obsessed.
I have this stuff, and since Mads is asleep, I'm gonna do it on either Tuesday, Wednesday, or
Of lines.
the next day. Everyone's awake
Swords that should never exist.
at the same time.
And all those people who desired those twisted swords.
So it'd be Tuesday, Wednesday,
flooding
Thursday,
into the palace.
whenever.
However,
Because I will still be. I'll still be doing technically this subathon for
will eventually suffer by
at least probably Tuesday and Wednesday,
The palace was overrun with visitors from afar.
because I got so many hours still left.
Others got swords that didn't fulfill their desires. And some
But yeah,
even resorted
next day
to
that everyone's online and awake and able to
And in the midst of
able to
all the
watch,
chaos
I'm
my father created,
gonna do it.
he ended up being stabbed by one of the swords he forged. It was so sudden and unexpected.
But I still gotta do the AI song too in chat.
All I could hear
Time I have an active chat, I'm gonna do the AI song for trigger command too. That way everyone can.
I was frozen.
That way anyone can trigger it if they want to.
Unable move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the deadly swing of the cursed sword that I managed to escape. I don't remember much after that.
Yeah, might do a couple. Might do like because
The sound of my own gasps.
10 attempts a day for free.
I could hear the
So I
smiths and the pyrogyre
might do it like a couple
shouting,
times, maybe pick a few of them.
Away.
That way there's kind of a selection people can trigger.
And the screams of agony. My tears wouldn't stop.
That way there's that way there's a couple maybe different versions of it or something.
I kept gasping for air until I collapsed in a pool of blood. If General Huayan hadn't arrived in time, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now.
Oh yeah!
After that,
Oh yeah!
General Huayan took me in and
Snap it
treated
to a
me
Slim
like
Jim.
his own granddaughter. To me, he is 100 times better than my
That would have been funny if like
sinful father.
the Coolie Man pops out and oh
He taught me
yeah, and
forging
snaps it to a Slim
and
Jim.
swordsmanship. Han Guang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382 Heliobus cursed swords, and 182 of them had unique designs. When I joined the Pyrogyre Forge for training, I made a vow to hunt down all those cursed swords. So far, I found 312 of them, and Guyan will be my 313th. Like all the other cursed swords, I'll separate it from the Heliobus. Then, I'll melt it down and make it part of the Blade of Forged Remnants. I've said my piece now. Even though it'll be tough for Grandpa, I still have to melt down the sword.
Look at that. Would you look at that? Filthy. Absolutely filthy. That's all thanks to you, kid. You made it possible.
Those those travelers who came seeking Hongguang's swords all came in the name of justice and honor. Most of those so-called great heroes were heartless killers. They are only called heroes because they won.
I love my
Many
little.
of the cursed
I
swords
love my
destroyed
Tangia
had honorable
channel
and
points.
grand names too. A legendary sword and a butcher's knife are often just different ways of describing the same thing. Somehow, after talking to you,
Don't want to be clipping out of the
I
face.
feel like I've cooled off a bit.
I expect nothing
Well, I'll
less.
have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow. And I won't take any action against Gu Yun until he gives me his reasons.
Why is it pie face?
Yeah.
It's like Ghostface,
I shouldn't have done that in
but
a
with less
public
ghost
place.
and more pie.
Anyway, thank you. We'll catch up tomorrow.
I should go back to the Palace of Astrum and tell General Huaiyan what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
Today was a productive damn day.
Here, go back to my jump. All right. Once you pop, you can't stop. Where's it? Once you pop, the fun don't stop. I can't remember the slogan. Oh, this was like 3 days ago. You doing better than me. Like they're usually gone in a day. Like I'll start munching on them around lunchtime, and by late afternoon they're gone. Yeah, it's the same for me. It's like, because you can't just eat one chip at a time either. You have to get like a stack of 5 or more, and it's like. It was so colors. Oh. They used to have a barbecue that was just good. Like, now the barbecue that they have doesn't taste the same as I remember. You got him a replacement can. Ate that too.
My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble, did she, young man? Sorry for all this trouble. Yun Li told you quite a bit. Now it's time for this old man to tell my side of the story. Hongguang was my beloved disciple. A rare genius not seen in the Pyrogyre
Just say
Forge
it's
since
the being an Aztecs.
However, talent can sometimes be a curse.
or you could say, like my wife tells me when she steals something of mine, it's the "you love me" tax.
Self-awareness that surpassed that of humans. He believed it would make warriors invincible without any training. According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like Zhu Ming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, True victory lies with soldiers who fearlessly fight, ready to lay their lives
Like,
on the line. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. But even then, soldiers need to experience countless battles to overcome fear and sharpen their instincts. So, by infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength and valor, and even make decisions for them. However, weapons are different from regular tools. They are meant to kill, plain and simple. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust are soaked up by the
they are
Heliobi
some
within the
of the best
swords.
chips. I
The
will
soldiers
agree with
wielding
that.
them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into
You know,
puppets
I
possessed
wouldn't be
by the
surprised,
swords.
Deadly, that the can that you have and the can
No matter
that
how
I have here in
noble
the States,
Hongguang's intentions were,
guarantee you I probably have an extra large
soaked in
can.
blood, turned into cursed swords eventually.
Because, you know,
Later,
America likes to, you know,
Outworlders got wind of what
make
he
us
was
fat.
doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords.
Seems like everywhere in the world, everything else is like
Came up
portion
with all
sized
sorts of
appropriately.
reasons, from taking back their kingdoms to slaying demons. And you know what
Like, you know,
happened
America,
next.
you know,
That massacre took her parents' lives.
3 liters
and
of
the
Coke.
lives of many craftsmen in the Pyrogire Forge.
Yeah.
Yun Li managed to survive, but
Like, you want your average 2 liter? Nah, we're going to have a 3-liter Coke. Well, I love that. What the super troopers. Like, give me a liter of cola.
Yes.
It's like,
I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her
oh,
father's shadow. She doesn't deserve to carry the weight of his mistakes.
Squishy, I would not move to
Despite
America
her vow to
until we
hunt down and wipe
sort
out
our
all
shit
cursed
out.
Swords. Fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. Traversing the starry seas in search of the swords.
Like, this
is like
country is
finding
going
a needle in a
downhill
haystack.
fast. Like, I'm actually
To
worried
reclaim those
for like the next
swords,
20
She has
years.
to duel the bloodthirsty wielders, teetering
Like,
on the
I
edge of
almost want to
life and
move out of
death.
the country.
She has taken back over 300 cursed swords and
Oh.
has suffered the same number of fatal wounds.
I wouldn't want to
took her in
to
to
move
give her a chance
to
at a normal childhood.
to America anytime in
Send
the
her
near
on a
future.
sword hunting journey.
Like, I'm actually kind of worried
Even
over the
if
next
she
20
manages
years
to melt down all the
of how
cursed
much of a shit
swords
show
one
this is
day,
going to go to.
what will she do with her life?
Overall, our media makes a bigger deal about the guns than they actually are. Yeah. But yeah, our media really runs the country. So, I mean, everything you see about America is completely blown out of proportion than what it actually is. Like, they skew everything one way or the other to get the results that they want.
Gu Yin is indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Hongguang. Very few
Yeah,
swordsmiths
now there
use
are
Heliobi as
pockets
forging material.
in
Hongguang
the
was one of them.
States that
His attempt
do have a high gun violence, but it's not like it's a nationwide issue. Like, you know, they take one little thing, like, you know, a shooting in some small town in bumfuck nowhere, and make it sound like it's happening all across America. It's like, no, it's not. It's a random mentally disturbed person that did something. Or you have the cities where the gangs run part of the city, and that's where all the gun and gang violence are, but it gets blown out of proportion like it's the entire city, and it's not. It's
I thought
like
this sword could be an opportunity.
that's why I stopped watching the news,
I wanted to
because
tell her that
it's
her
complete
father
bullshit.
wasn't all evil. That even the man she
And
resents so much managed to forge a true sword
yeah,
of heroes. I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword.
and that's pretty much what it is.
Not during
Like
the ceremony.
the gangs,
As you saw,
you know,
it
you don't go to
wasn't
that
a
part of
good time.
town, you know, unless you want to, you
I've
know, take
instructed
the risk of being
Artisanship
fucked with.
Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask the people involved.
You know, very rarely does the gang violence spill out, and usually when it does, it's usually gang on gang violence. It's not this random guy, you know, was killed by a gang member. Odds are the guy that was killed probably had connections with that gang or another gang. Like, and they always find like the most innocent picture to put up of the person that was killed. Or, you know, it's like, oh, my sweet baby boy, you know, was gunned down, and you know they put up this, you know, high school picture of him, you know, where he's in, you know, a button down shirt, you know, and Sunday clothes. But you know, when you see an actual picture from, you know, his Facebook that gets leaked, you know, they look like, you know, they either they look like, you know, they were in a gang one way or the other. It's like, yes, it's yeah. I despise America's media, and I imagine it's probably like that for most of anywhere in the world. That the media pretty much runs the narrative, whatever they want to run, because people believe without thinking for themselves what they watch. Like critical thinking in the world has gone down, and it just continues to degrade. Especially with political parties. Like, it doesn't matter what side of the
Since my
it
granddaughter
doesn't matter what
mentioned
side of the
talking
aisle
to me
you're on.
tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her.
You know,
By the way,
have a brain and think.
you watched over her for quite some time. You must be exhausted, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't I haven't watched the news. I would say in a good 15, 20 years. Just because I got tired of how depressing it was and just how bullshit it was. Exactly, Squishy. My faith in my faith in humanity is pretty low. Like, I totally, completely believe
I'll
in
be
extraterrestrials, but I'm pretty sure they're not visiting us because they probably come in, look around like, no, fuck that shit, we're out. No sign of intelligent life, we're moving on.
sword.
Now is not the time to use your reputation like that. If we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Lawfu and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth, Official Daha.
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yunli is firm in her words, we can't just rely on her testimony.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. They should have given it to me from the beginning.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious to some extent. Miss Yunli is the main suspect.
Oh, yes.
First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yunli openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She even mentioned it multiple times. After the ceremony, she broke into the Artisanship Commission and destroyed a Rumaton in an attempt to get the sword. Four windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window.
Oh.
Just a few.
Mouth's gonna be turned inside out. Alright. We're going to do 2 doubles and a single. Alright, here we go. Double shot. Oh. Oh, I don't know if my mouth can handle 5 shots at once. Yeah, I couldn't handle it. My stomach couldn't handle Crown today after those 32 or 33 shots yesterday. Oh. All right, here we go. Another double shot. Oh, my mouth is still. Oh. My mouth. Oh, the saliva. Oh, I know. I was honestly surprised how well I took him yesterday. Oh. You know what? Fuck it. A little over a shot. Almost a double. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just go ahead and make another double. We'll just go ahead and make another double. Oh. Wait. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I did too many. But either way, do 3 doubles. Oh. Oh. Oh, my tongue. It's like, oh, my tongue is wanting to curl up. Oh. Yeah, I enjoyed yesterday. That is definitely something that I can't do a lot of. Or at least I'm going to have to, like, pace myself a little better next time. Oh. Ooh. Oh, my jaw. But yeah, it was. I definitely had fun yesterday. But. Ooh. Yeah, even my wife was kind of surprised. Yeah, the sour challenge. I unlocked the sour challenge. Like, I almost wish my heart would let me do spicy stuff, like extreme spicy stuff, because I would be one of those people that would take a shot of hot sauce, but with my somewhat heart issues, I can't really. It'll fuck with my heart, and I ain't trying to die on a stream. I do Fireball. I don't. You know what? I'm not really a fan of Fireball. Like I've had it, and like I'm not a big fan of it.
Hey! It's just a theft. The box containing Guyun was
Like,
opened and the sword went missing.
and I don't know what it is either because I do like cinnamon. It's a cinnamon whiskey, Deadly. Like, I like cinnamon, but I don't like Fireball. I don't. To me, it has that taste of cheap ass whiskey with cinnamon in it. Like now, I want to say my Crown Reserve has notes of cinnamon in it, and it's good. Like I like that. Like it's there, but it's not front and center. And of course, the taste is nice.
Well, I do know about the box and the cursed sword.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only
America.
So
Now I do like Jack
participants.
Jack Daniel's honey.
Only the delegation members had access to the sword. In that case, why would they return it?
Never try. Yeah, you ain't missing much. Wild turkey's at bottom shelf crap. That's that you broke and on a budget whiskey. Oh yes, you know what? Wild turkey is. You gotta get some of the better stuff. You'll really love it. Yeah, wild turkey's at. No. Oh.
That makes sense.
My tongue is finally unpacking itself.
The Knight of Beauty delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. Craftsmen who
Vodka.
received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal.
See, for other kind of whiskeys, I like the Gentleman's Jack. Like it, I like it over the Jack Daniels. It's a little bit smoother. It doesn't quite have that sting going down. and like that's really what I look for in a whiskey. I don't like a whiskey to burn my throat and mouth as I drink it. Like, I like a smooth whiskey. Oh, fuck some Johnny Walker, man. Johnny Walker, you know what? Johnny Walker, I can take a few shots of Johnny Walker and I'll be stumbling in the damn floor. Like, my wife, when we first well, it was about 4 years ago, she got me it was one of those, the sample kits that has the black label, the blue label, the gold label, and I think it's the 18-year reserve, or maybe the 25-year, whatever the one is. But they had all the little small bottles. That's like $100 for the little sample thing. Like, I cracked open the blue label. I took 3 shots over like an hour and a half, and I couldn't walk. All the ones I tried were great. Like, I've tried the black label, the gold label, and the blue label. Of course, the blue label is I think is one of the most expensive ones. But yeah, it's just like I just couldn't believe it. Like, one shot. Well, yeah. It's crazy how much some of the Johnny Walker labels can get. Like $500 to $800 to $1,000 for a fifth. Like, that's just insane.
Argenti? Oh, that Knight of Beauty. He was
Like,
with the delegation when they
see,
handed
I gotta
over the
look it up
sword
now,
to
because I want to say the blue label's like
You might
a shit
not
ton around
know,
here.
but he's the one who recognized the sword's origin on Kalevala and escorted it back to the Cienjo. In other words, he's the one who made it possible for the sword to come home. So, he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble to bring it to the Law Fu if he wanted to keep the sword for himself, right?
Yeah, just to put this into perspective for places that are near me, just the 200 milliliter bottle of blue label Johnny Walker is $55. If you want the 1.75 liter bottle, it's $500. Like, it's stupid. I can't do Everclear.
Master Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were on shift at the time. But I didn't find any
Yeah,
suspicious
Everclear is too much like freaking gasoline. But yes, I agree. It'll get you fucked up, and it'll get you fucked up quicker. And take too many shots, it'll kill you.
So, did you steal it?
Milk drinks like Bailey's. See, Like, I really want to try a milk stout. Like, I want to try the Guinness milk stout, but they don't sell it around here.
The Artisanship Commission, so he couldn't have stolen the sword.
Put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission, and not everyone who might want the sword has seen it. So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yun Li.
Fair enough.
So,
I didn't steal the sword.
well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
That's not always accurate.
If you want to prove me wrong, you better come up with some solid evidence.
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yun Li clear her name. Did we miss any clues?
Oh gosh. Yeah, that sucks ass. I hate when it happens.
So, the thief took the sword from the case without picking the lock.
It's Wi-Fi.
Why is this flower petal inside the case?
Argenti. Freaking Argenti.
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone. All right. Come back to me when you're ready.
Catch.
Who could have thought that the Mieka Kivesa would be stolen? And that the prime suspect is General Huayan's granddaughter? Regardless, we've accomplished our mission. And now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a
Ooh, Crest on the
cursed
catch.
sword? It's quite upsetting. That's enough, young man. Now, let me get something straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered. The first master of the Mieka Kivesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies. Oh, of course, it could just be a myth. After all, no one has actually heard the sword speak. The point is that the Mieka Kivesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way, and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away. Well, don't blame me if I find it first. And melt it down. There's something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword? Leave the case behind? Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to? Yeah. Maybe. But if the case was too much trouble, wouldn't it be too conspicuous to carry around the sword like that? In plain sight?
Yes, I received your message yesterday and went to the arsenal to check on it. But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else, so asking more questions won't help, I'm afraid. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure. Wait, no. I just remembered. My precious arumatons were smashed!
Yeah. We kind of smashed those.
Yun Li says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her. But I know well that Yun Li can be impulsive. So if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yun Li yesterday, young man. So you have the chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me? No, she was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If she had come with you, she wouldn't be a suspect right now. After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored. I'm counting on you, then.
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone.
Thank you. But I'm not sure if I can convince Mr. Dahao.
100% sure. Fine. Let me go through my reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off. Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yun Li.
On second thought, maybe let me think about it again.
Take your time. But throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yun Li. Miss Yun Li caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Gu Yun, but you stopped her in her tracks. After bidding farewell to you, Yun Li pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Gu Yun.
On second thought...
Take your time. My reason, after bidding farewell to you, Yun Li pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Gu Yun.
On second thought...
Take your time. After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the...
On second thought...
Take your time. After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Guyun.
On second thought...
Take your time.
I hate
My reasoning.
ones like
After bidding
this.
farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal. Wait, you messaged Master Gongshu? I had no idea. Well, that's some solid proof right there.
That's Machine Guns. Awesome. It's a fun little game.
However, it only proves the sword wasn't stolen up to that point.
I didn't do it!
After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone.
I really wish I would have paid attention to the story, because, like, when I did it, I was my daughter had a sponsorship for it, but her sponsorship was only for 8 days, and I was trying to rush to level 50, so I was skipping. I was trying to get there as fast as possible. I didn't think I'd like the game, but I wanted to help her out. And yeah, so I was just skipping through everything. And then after the sponsorship was over, I still continued to play it. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. And I was like, now I wish I would have paid attention to the story. I was like, because it might actually be interesting.
On second thought...
Take your time. After bidding farewell, we haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
Hey, Skyward. Thank you for still being around. Appreciate you being here. I'm sure there is. I just haven't thought about YouTubing them.
A rose petal? Huh. Yeah, I must have missed it during the search. But why was there a petal inside the case?
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
Well, that was quick.
My thoughts are a mess. Let me sort them out. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
I know. Guyun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its own?
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword. Maybe he was under its control even before you arrived on the Lofu.
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see. The docking location of Argenti's ship. The one and only.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over his mind.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
Success and failure. You can't change it no matter how hard you try.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyon, right? Hand it over. You have no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon. Yes, I did. As a Drilla's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty, and I abhor theft. I had to leave behind a rose petal in order to keep my promise to Master Guyon and uphold my knightly oath.
What? What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyon in its escape from the Cienjo. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must not let it down. I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsman, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that pointed to my identity in the hope of an open and honest conversation with you.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Cienjo. Hand it over to me.
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyon that impressed me. So I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword. But unfortunately, Master Guyon's homeland is no longer the ideal place for it to return to. As a Knight of Beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Oh no. He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword. The solution is right in your hand.
Captivated? No, I am touched by Master Guyon's flawless beauty. To be honest,
I think
I'm
there's.
confused why none of you can understand this sword.
Just as you said, it's gonna shit itself
Quite
again.
heartrending. I've already made up my mind to take Master Guyon away from the Cienjo.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you. I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyon in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyon to leave the Cienjo with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I accept my defeat
Have
and
fun.
Master Guyon over to you.
Don't make them
You
suffer
accept
too
my
bad,
challenge, Miss Yunli.
but make them suffer.
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You're not going to use Guyon to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo. Firefly takes sense in the sea. Go play!
There's more to life. Eternal.
The flesh wound.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Let the duel commence.
It's not bullying, it's life lesson.
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
is more than fight to live!
Take your positions.
Some value, I suppose.
I set the seas ablaze!
Bear witness. You're fighting a gentleman.
Hedge your bets.
Rise to the challenge.
Fight to live!
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
How was their insurance? Take them hostage, ask them. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Dreams do come true. The mood is set, just let the show begin.
That's awesome.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
The flesh, let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Watch your head.
Eternal.
Still the same one.
Oh.
The flesh.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
Behold, this symbol of pure fighting a gentleman.
There's more to life. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
That's awesome.
This is more than a battle fight to live!
Confess.
Stay away!
Watch your head.
Put forth all your might.
Oh, I'm gonna need a different group for this.
No dirty tricks. Oh. No dirty tricks. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Firefly Type 4, set the seas ablaze!
Rise for chivalry. I've lost.
It was a bat.
According to the rules of a knight's duel, I should keep my promise and hand over the sword to you. But before I do that, I hope that you, as the winner, might have the mercy and listen to Master Guyon's past experiences.
This sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me, and let me destroy it.
Do what she says, Knight.
But...
You've done so much for me already. It's time for me to face her alone. I'm weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why I wanted to escape. After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness my past, little girl?
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords. But you're just trying to use my curiosity to lure me in.
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
Fine. Show me your past.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces. All
What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
Is this your memory?
What the hell is going on? Is it cold or?
It's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle, but now it's freezing me to the bone. You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming. If you hadn't taken control of my body, I probably would have been decapitated in that fight.
Quiet, and stay alert. Boris and the Wolf Troopers never give up the hunt.
Hey, just relax a bit. It's been over 300 days since we were both stranded on this planet. The transmitter never rings, so I guess we can't count on that anymore. The people on this planet still use beasts to pull their carts. Obviously, there's no way they can help us fix the star skiff. Looks like we're stranded on this forsaken planet for the rest of our lives.
The rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any desperation? All by yourself in this hostile world?
Yeah, a bit. Perhaps.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything to me. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah, sure. If I really can't handle things anymore, I'll leave my body to you. But now is not that time.
Do you really think you can oppose an entire Borisan army with your limited skills? What are you holding out for?
It's true that I'm stranded here, but it seems like that Borisan pack is in the same boat. By the way, Guyan, do you know what a seed is? A seed may seem insignificant, but with careful cultivation and time, it can grow into a huge, unwavering tree. You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant a seed named Resistance here, and nurture it for the rest of my life. I want to show the people of this land how to defend themselves against those monsters. I can already see the seed in the eyes of those people.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control, and we can revel in the bloodbath together?
What was the name you just said?
Esper, thank you for the follow.
On an unfamiliar planet.
Welcome in.
We crash-landed on a planet occupied by Borisan. Just the two of us.
How's your weekend going?
That it was a lonely war.
Or how's your weekend been, depending on your time zone?
I'm alive. But all the young people in the village...
They died. They died for you. They died because of your big promises. Promising them a life free from the Borisin. I tasted their despair before death. They didn't see it coming. And neither will you.
We can't stay here. Let's move on to the next village.
Why? What's the point? You and your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single battle. What you're sowing is not resistance, but despair. This world is hopeless. It's completely infested with packs of Borisin. You've seen their numbers, and you know their methods. And those commoners you've put your hopes in, they just kneel down and worship the monsters.
My weekend has been
devouring their
fantastic.
children and families, calling them their
It's been a great
beastmasters.
weekend.
You beheaded one of the beastmasters for their sake.
Lots of fun. Had lots of fun Friday, or not Friday, but Saturday. And then had some fun today. Had a little hiccup there for a little bit, but we came back, try to finish out this subathon, but
Cut off my head.
looks like we still got probably another 2 days to run the timeout, depending.
Who risked his neck to reattach my head and give me a proper burial, I would have disappeared completely. I remember everything the people did for me. They left food at the entrance of my cave.
It was actually today, the first. So I will.
Some even joined my
Yesterday for me, but Sunday was my birthday.
The rest of the Xianzhou native's life is still
It is
terribly
12/12 for me.
There will be new youngsters who will stand
But technically, my
beside
birthday
me
is
in
now
battle.
over.
Time is on our side.
But I appreciate the birthday wishes.
You said it was a lonely war. No. It wasn't a war filled with loneliness, but with despair. So much despair that I don't want to ever taste it again.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going, Your Highness?
I'm returning to my homeland. A distant place beyond the sky. I'm not coming back.
But what should we do with you gone? What if those wolf demons show up again?
It is a talking sword.
They won't, my child. You've wiped out the last of them. But before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Even though the wolf demons are gone, new monsters will appear in this world. Soon, a demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only bloodshed. However, fear not, my children. I'm entrusting you with this sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you over the years, and you'll surely defeat that last demon. But that's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that demon forever. This is a debt you owe me, and you must fulfill it. Do you understand?
You lied to them. And you lied to me, too.
Oh?
You promised that you'd give your body to me when you couldn't handle things anymore.
Appreciate the check-in. Coming with Pizza Party and Bullet Fam.
Well, this Xianzhou native's life has finally come to an end.
So I don't have it posted, but I do now have automatic check-ins live. So the next time you come into the chat, it will automatically check you in.
For the final time.
He had long since come to some understanding. I could sense a mix of intricate emotions flowing out.
Yeah, I haven't got around to fixing my
Or anger
channel
or
points to
fear.
reflect that. So I had something pinned all day,
Was hope.
and then when my computer crashed, when I finally got it back on,
But there's still one
I just
last
put up
monster
the thing.
lingering in the world. Kill it, my old friend. He left me there without ever looking back.
I don't know. I think you may have earlier, but technically it's after midnight, so it'll count you for that. I appreciate the alert. Oh, I love the art. I love the art style of the Hoyo games,
My old friend.
like Genshin and Star Rail, and
Heliobi.
even a Honkai Impact 3rd
Emotions.
and Zenless Zone Zero. They all have
How do
great art
my
styles,
emotions taste?
and the stories are good too.
Friend.
A hint of bitter compassion and a touch of scalding courage. Your heart's deepest desire is to end the war once and for all. Now, the war is finally over. Can you hear?
Yeah, this is a Honkai Impact, not Honkai. This is Honkai Star Rail.
My old friend. I'll do everything I can to bring an end to all conflicts in this world.
This game came out last year
Is the past
in
of the Kalevalan people's sword of heroes? You helped the people of that world bring an end to war?
No,
I want to say
I did not.
March.
I am a weapon, and I only became the cause of more conflicts.
I want to say it came out March of last year.
Countless
Or no.
monarchs of Kalevala
Yeah,
saw
March
me
of
as a
last year.
symbol of kingship endowed by nature, and they waged wars in order to possess me. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. I didn't want to kill for anyone anymore. So I returned to the stone monument where my master was buried. And since then, no one was able to remove me from it.
But you allowed Argenti to take you away?
Because even after all this time, I still wanted my master to come home. During the sword gifting ceremony, I felt anguish when I learned that I would be handed over to the most skilled swordmaster and once again become a tool for killing. My master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade. End war. As a weapon, my purpose was predetermined from the start. I had to become a deadly sword that would relentlessly hack and kill. But once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally turned into memories of mine. I think I understand the beauty the knight was talking about now.
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guyan on Kalevala. And now, I'm sure that Miss Yun Li is as moved by the sword's flawless beauty as I was back then.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating. Yun Li, I trust Guyin's experiences have changed your mind.
That's why Grandpa hid it from me. So I wouldn't make a hasty decision. I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only bring rage and slaughter. I never thought someone could leave behind the desire to end war, and even change the nature of the cursed sword. My position was too extreme. Guyan is truly a sword of heroes. I apologize to all of you for my behavior. I'm sorry.
Not really. They're all in the same like meta. Well, I don't know if metaverse, but they're all in the same multiverse.
I'm still going
Like
to
Honkai Impact 3rd and Honkai Star Rail share similarities. They're not in the same universe, but they do have a couple characters that are direct crossovers from Honkai Impact 3rd, and they explain why in the game. But no, roughly every 2 months, you get a new story that comes out. So instead of like expansions, it's about every 2 months another chapter of the story comes out, and roughly every about 8 to 10 months, we change planets or location, and then the next chapters of the story could happen. So it's almost like a book in a way. But this is the story. This is her story on this, so that's why there's not really much fighting or anything like that. But there is turn-based combat and stuff like that in the general story. But there are companion stories as well that get added, and like event stories and stuff like that on top of the main story.
Can a cloud choose to stop drifting?
But yeah, it's a free-to-play game. It's a gacha game, but it is very free-to-play friendly. Like, you only have to spend if you want to.
Guyan, that nameless swordmaster shaped his own destiny. So you can too.
I just can't
Like
picture my destiny
nothing is gated behind money.
other than that of a sword.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the Swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you carried the memories of the hero. You are no longer a sword. You were a memorial.
Later, as I became worn and weathered, the gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed in the distant mountains. I became a musical instrument then. I miss those times.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes. I'll grant your wish, Guyan, and transform you into something different.
Something different?
But this is the price for the war dance. If the Kalevalan delegation finds out... Please, say something, General Huayan.
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn. Are you really sure about this, Yunli?
What do you all think?
Fulfilling Master Guyan's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With the Drilla's blessing, you could turn Master Guyan into a plow. But as long as it fulfills his wish to end war, I support it fully.
Then, I'll leave it to you, Yunli.
It's been an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
Why the long face, my child? Are you feeling regret, perhaps? You were completely determined when melting down the sword, so why the sudden change of heart?
Grandpa, I melted down the prize for the war dance. How are you going to explain this to the lawful?
Oh? Am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her grandpa. Didn't see that coming.
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. Maybe things wouldn't have escalated like this. But at least Guyan got what it wanted. I have no regrets there.
When it comes to swords, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. So, are you planning to continue melting down the rest of Hongguang's swords?
Yeah. Guyan is unique. But the other cursed swords are still too dangerous for anyone to handle. But maybe I'll try to be more patient next time.
Be more patient. Well said. Remember what you learned today, because there will be many more situations in the future that will require you to be more patient.
Understood. But what about the prize?
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword as a backup plan. And don't worry, this one has nothing to do with Heliobi.
That's perfect.
By the way, the ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Arum Alley. They're looking for a spot to honor the hero. Why don't we go take a look together?
Oh, General Huayan. What brings you here?
Well, my granddaughter was inspired by the heroic legends told by the Mieka Kivesa, so she dragged me here to take a look.
I come from a long line of Kalevalan monument keepers. For generations, my family has guarded the stone monument left behind by the nameless hero. Over the centuries, a golden tree sprouted from under the monument. We Kalevalans see it as proof of the hero's existence.
King Big,
Before
welcome
leaving
in. Thank you for the
I took a
follow.
branch from that golden tree. hoping to plant it here to represent the hero returning to his homeland.
That sounds good. We Xianzhou people don't make coffins or set up memorials, so I'm sure he would be happy to rest here where life is bustling.
The hero had asked our ancestors to carve something into the monument. So I made a copy of it too.
Overall, the choices don't matter much, but some of the choices do have different dialogue.
Make out some of it.
I have drifted far from my homeland and am on the brink of death. Yet, I take solace in having honorably fulfilled my duties. Should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler, please take a handful of soil hence and bring it back to the law firm.
Me too, Castle.
Mr. Pavo, I wonder if that hero
Like,
ever left a name in your history.
Like I love turn-based combat, and
But the hero's epic battles happened long ago, and he did not leave any name for us to call him. But in our mythology, he came from the heavens, and so we call him the Cloud Knight.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
Now, you can also rest here, Guyan.
I have spent a lot of time and money on this game. I haven't really spent any money. I have a limit on free-to-play games of $100, and I have spent my $100 in this game, but that's it. Like, I have not spent beyond that 100. Now, time-wise, I have a ton of time. Yeah, I got all that done. Got all that done. All right, let's see. Do I have any? Well, I do buy the Welkin and the Battle Pass if I finish it out. That's the only other things that I buy. So we got 5 more. Cool. Go ahead and get my. All right. Head back to the park car. We'll do another 5 basic pulls. See what we get. All right. Let's see. Out of curiosity, let's see what pity I'm at on the standard banner. Thank you for that. Thank you, Castle. Okay, so 1, 2, 6. 10. 560. 5. So 67 pity on the standard banner. So I'm getting close to the soft pity, so we might actually pull a 5-star today. So let's see what kind of... See if we get lucky on the standard banner. Here's 768. That was 69. All right, here goes 70. 71. Alright. Well, next one will either be purple or gold. We prefer gold, but we'll take purple. Alright. Not gold. Come on, at least purple. Nope. Standard crappy blue. Oh well. So I got 160. I got 167. 7 more days. I get to pull. I get to pull for who I'm waiting for. 7 more days. Been waiting a while. All right. So I am going to call it here. I'm going to raid out to Zord. They are playing Bday and the Dark Revival. Looks like a fun game, actually. So, while I get this set up, change it over to. Actually, I don't have a screen set up for my cam like that. So, I appreciate everyone for coming out today for either this morning's. Well, I had a plan for doing 16 hours and it got messed up. But I appreciate those that came back with me once I was able to get back online. And I still appreciate the other ones that were here. I didn't get to say thanks to y'all. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming by this weekend. I still have 1 day and 11 hours and 43 minutes left to fulfill the subathon because of all the subs and bits I've gotten over the past weekend. So I will pick that back up on Tuesday. I will be back on at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. And I will go. I probably won't go 16 hours on Tuesday, but I will go from 8 a.m. till probably 5 p.m. On Tuesday. And then we'll see how much time's left, and then let's do it for Wednesday. But again, thank y'all for coming by, and I appreciate I just appreciate the love for the affiliate anniversary and my birthday. Like, I can't put words with the words are hard right now, but we got 8 seconds before we switch over. But yeah, again, I thank y'all, and I will see y'all next time.
Nice.